Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to make cannelloni, and they're going to be stuffed two ways, one with ground pork and the other one with spinach and ricotta. This is what we're going to be working with today. All the exact measurements will be in the description box below. All right, we're going to start off with making a simple garlic tomato sauce with basil. I've sliced up thinly some garlic, a little bit of onions, and we're going to go to the pot. All right, so in a pot, we've got about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to sweat down the onions and the garlic, like so. We're on medium heat. After about a minute, minute and a half, we're going to add about a teaspoon of some tomato paste. We're going to start the flavor of the sauce. Next, we drop in some of the crushed tomatoes. Get that going. We're still on medium heat. What I always like to do is when I'm making a red tomato sauce, I like to put a splash of red wine in it. It just gives it a little bit more depth of flavor. All right, after about a couple minutes of burning off the alcohol from the wine, the rest of the tomatoes go in. The passata goes in. Give it a mix. We could even start tearing up the basil. That goes in. This is a basic tomato basil sauce that we're going to use to cover the cannellonis. All right, so this sauce is coming up to a boil. Now we season it. A little bit of salt, a few cracks of pepper, and then we're just going to put it on low for the next 20 minutes, half an hour or so, because now we're going to get the fillings for the cannellonis. All right, so now we're going to brown up the meat that goes into the cannellonis. I got some ground pork here in a high heat pan, a couple tablespoons of oil. We're going to drop this in and brown it up. All right, so the pork is starting to brown up here. We're about 2 minutes in. A splash of some white wine. Deglaze the bottom of that pan and just keep on mixing. All right, the alcohol from the wine has dissipated. Now a quick seasoning: salt, some pepper. Okay, this filling is ready to go. Turn off the heat. Let's put it aside. Okay, we're doing the spinach and ricotta filling right now. Fresh spinach. Let's just chop it up here. In a mixing bowl, let's drop the fresh ricotta in here. We're putting in spinach. We're gonna also, we got 1 egg that we're gonna drop in here as well. Probably about 2 to 3 teaspoons of Parmesan cheese. A couple cracks of pepper. Some salt. We're going to mix this up. Also at the end, I want to add about half a teaspoon of some lemon zest. That's just going to elevate the flavor just a little bit. Okay, mix it all together. We're good to go. All right, so I made myself a makeshift piping bag. All I used was just a simple plastic Ziploc bag. I put in the ricotta spinach filling. I cut a little hole there at the end, and that's what we're going to use to pipe the cannelloni. All right, so we've got the cannelloni pasta tubes. There's different types. This packaging is called the oven-ready cannelloni, so you don't have to boil them or parboil them. Put them right in, and we're good to go. Let's give it a try. There you go. There you go. All right, for the meat, what I've done is added about 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs with the mix just to keep it together. And for the meat, we're just going to stuff it manually with our hands, our fingers. Grab the meat, put it in there. Like so. All right, now we're going to get them prepped for the oven. So let's put it all together. In a glass tray, we're going to put a couple ladles of the basil sauce, and we just set the cannelloni accordingly. All right, and we top it up with some sauce. We could sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. And we're going to cover this with some aluminum foil, and we're going to put it into a 400-degree oven for about 35 to 40 minutes. All right, so taking it out of the oven after about 35-40 minutes. That looks fantastic. We're going to just finish it off now. Very quickly, I sliced up some mozzarella pieces, put them on top. We're going to put this in the oven once again, 3 minutes under the broiler to get the cheese melted, a little brown, and then we're good to go. All right, 3 minutes under the broiler. Mozzarella is melted, got some browning on it as well. This looks fantastic. We're gonna let this thing cool for about 15-20 minutes, and then we're gonna dig in. All right, I've plated the cannelloni. This thing's ready to go. I'm gonna grate some fresh Parmesan on top. This is going to be my dinner for tonight. Give it a try. I hope you like it. I'm going to have a little bit of red wine with this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.